And now, News 4's Weather Extra with Chief Meteorologist David Paul.
Welcome into Weather Extra on this Tuesday evening. Meteorologist Ryan Duggar along my side. I don't know if you're like me. I think you are a little bit. The sky today was fascinating, wasn't it?
Yes. If I really could just stay outside all day, maybe not so much on the roof, but you want to look at the clouds because you saw a little bit of blue sky, but anvil clouds everywhere because of thunderstorms.
Just towering Q and anvils spreading out. It was just amazing. Reminds you that hurricane season is here. It feels like tropical weather outdoors. And our hurricane chasing friend, Scott Jankowski, he got a hold of me today. He said, hey, I'm hopping on a plane to go to Mexico to chase a hurricane. Here's our conversation. We have a special guest tonight on Weather Extra. I'm going to bring in our hurricane chaser, Scott Jankowski, who is joining us as he gets prepared to head out and chase another hurricane. Scott, good to have you with us this evening. So let's begin. Where are you going tonight and tomorrow?
Well, I'm heading, I'll be flying out of Orlando tomorrow morning, flying into Mexico City, and then from Mexico City, driving through Oaxaca down towards Acapulco, wherever this may decide to end up. But in that general direction is where I'll be heading.
So what are your thoughts as we track Eric? It's a tropical storm as of Tuesday afternoon, expected to become a hurricane, move into the coast of Mexico. Probably a lower end hurricane, Cat 1, Cat 2. More than likely. So what are your thoughts as you track this storm, and what are you expecting for landfall sometime late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning?
It's hard to say. It looks really good. I mean, honestly, for being just a tropical storm at the moment, it looks pretty well put together. I think the models have it pretty well spot on as far as intensity. Low end hurricane, maybe Cat 1 to the higher Cat 2 is about what I'm expecting.
You jump into these storms kind of unexpectedly. So you woke up Tuesday morning, and what was your train of thought as you looked at this developing storm?
I was watching it, and I'm like, man, is it gonna be worth it, for lack of a better word? Because it's expensive going after these two. So you look at the cost, you look at the benefits, but it's like that pull just gets me, and I gotta do it. So. I've never chased in Mexico before. This will be my first time in that, chasing in that region. So I'm a little glad. A little bit of me is kind of glad that it's a weaker storm this time. I can get a feel for it. But lower hurricanes can pack a punch. I mean, Beryl last year. I mean, you and I, we talked about Beryl. I mean, that was, she packed a wallop for only being a Cat 1. So, in that part of the region, I'm not really sure how they deal with it. So it'll be an experience for sure.
All right, listen, stay safe. I wish you luck on this chase. One of many, I'm sure, that you will be going on this season. And let's check in after the storm and let us know how it went.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thanks, Dave.
Take care, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Scott's a good guy. Glad to have him on our team again as we go through hurricane season. He has a chase partner going down there to Mexico and then driving south to the coast, and say some prayers that they stay safe as they go down there.
Yeah, of course. It's a lot of travel. I've only done a little bit of storm chasing. When you make this your life, you have to dedicate all of it to. But he was a great resource, especially when Hurricane Helene was making its way into the Big Bend. He was right in the eye at Perry, Florida. So that was crazy to see the images that were coming from there.
Yeah, so we'll see Scott a lot more as we go through hurricane season. And we'll follow his adventure down there into Mexico. So there's a look at Eric. As of this point, it does have a pretty good circulation. The winds are coming up. Max sustained winds now at 60 miles per hour. Landfall will be sometime tomorrow night. The Hurricane Center has it as a Cat 2 moving into the coast by early Thursday morning. The timing will be dependent upon the angle at which the storm approaches the coast. If it's more to the west, it'll be a little bit later. If it's more to the east, it'll be a little bit sooner. But yeah, high-end Cat 2 is the official forecast. So that is an Eastern Pacific hurricane basin storm. That is the area off to the west of us. And then there's a separate basin that we really concern ourselves with, which is the Atlantic Basin.
Yeah, that's the one that we concern ourselves with, where we say June 1st to November 30th, while theirs on the Eastern Pacific is a little bit earlier. And I mean, already if they're seeing hurricanes, it kind of stands to reason.
Yep, May 15th is when that season kicks off. So that is an East Pac storm. We'll keep watching that. Again, we have some local interest now because we've got our buddy Scott down there chasing that storm. Well, coming up next, we're going to talk about the sunrise and sunset times and look at the ridge that builds in, some of the forecast numbers coming in for next week for the East Coast, mind-boggling. We'll have that information coming up next.
And now, News 4's Weather Extra.
Showers and thunderstorms locally today, but nothing like that. That is from Joel Travis from Ark City, Kansas. Heavy rainfall and some huge hail the size of baseballs coming out of the sky. That was incredible.
Yeah, and I mean, they're the size of baseballs, but I mean, they're falling from thousands of feet in the air, so they're hitting the ground like baseballs too, like 90 mile per hour fastballs. Like, I would not want to be out there for that.
Yeah, tremendous damage because of those storms. Hail damage to roofs, to vehicles, to crops. It's just bad news. All right, what's also bad news is we start losing daylight here pretty quickly. Here's meteorologist Zach Webster.
Summertime is very well known for the long hours of daylight that we see throughout those summer months, but as we start getting closer to the tail end of summer, we'll really start to lose a lot of that daylight. Here's a look at sunrise and sunset times for the next few months. Looking at tomorrow, the sun rises at 5:37 in the morning, the sun sets at 7:48 in the evening. Those both get a minute later as we reach the summer solstice on June 20th on Friday, sunrise at 5:38. Sunset at 7:49. Then we start losing daylight as we head throughout the summer months. By the middle of July, that sun rises at 5:49 in the morning and that sun sets at 7:47 in the evening. So sunset not really getting all that much later, but that sunrise getting quite a bit later into the morning. And then things really start to change as we head into August. By August 20th, that sun rises at 6:10 in the morning and we go from the sun setting at 7:47 in the evening on July 16th, all the way down to 7:20 in the evening on August 20th.
Yeah, gaining daylight for 3 more days, and then it's all downhill until the winter solstice.
And I feel like I was just getting used to the longer days. And I mean, they will stay for a little bit, but the winter is just a blink away, and then, it's darkness for a long time.
Yeah, dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or at least 4:30. All right, let's talk about the rain, because we had some pretty good rain out there today. More pop-up showers tomorrow, but as I mentioned during the main weathercast, less moisture overall in the atmosphere. So as we go through tomorrow morning, midday, some spotty shower activity tomorrow afternoon also, but it really kind of moves in, moves out pretty quickly. I am eyeing Thursday for a little more rainfall as we go through the morning hours to midday into the afternoon. PWATs look a whole lot higher. What are PWATs, Ryan?
Precipitable water in the atmosphere,
A lot more moisture in place for Thursday, and then we turn drier heading into Friday. Okay, I want to talk about this heat. This monster ridge will be building across the eastern half of the country as we go through Sunday into next week. Notice that big, it's almost like an oval across the whole eastern part of the U.S. Hot air. Some of these readings are incredible. Let's go through this quickly. We don't have a ton of time, but lower 90s for us, lower 90s for us on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We got to get to the end of this, all right? Monday into Tuesday. Check out, go back to the graphics.
Real quick.
The Eastern Seaboard. 107 in New York.
Wow.
We're going to watch that. All right, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.